Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Beyond the Numbers Philippines GDP. My name is Ranveer, and this is episode 2. In this episode, we will be talking about the problem itself based on how typhoons impact the growth of rice crops in the Philippines and the impact on its overall GDP. We will be discussing 6 main issues today, 3 of them being related to typhoons in general to give some insight at first, and then the other 3 of them being related to typhoons concerning the Philippines GDP. The 3 related topics to typhoons are crop damage, loss of infrastructure, and soil erosion and salinity. The other 3 topics related to typhoons concerning the GDP are agricultural output, trade balance, and employment. To begin with, we'll discuss crop damage. In this topic, we'll be discussing the causes and effects of crop damage, and let's just start off with the causes. Typhoons bring many factors to damaging crops: heavy rainfall, strong winds, and flooding. Now, leading to the effects. Floodwaters can drown rice plants, while strong winds can flatten crops, making them difficult to harvest. This reduces crop yields, leading to decreased production of rice, impacting the Philippines' GDP directly. Let's move on to loss of infrastructure. Typhoons can damage many things: irrigation systems, farm equipment, storage facilities, and transportation infrastructure crucial for rice production. Due to this, rice fields may need more water supply, influencing the GDP due to the effects on rice production. Damaged infrastructure can also lead to shortages and price increase. Finally, to end off the 3 related topics to typhoons, let's talk about soil erosion and salinity. Heavy rainfall along with the typhoons can cause soil erosion in the rice fields, damaging crop growth. This can introduce salt water into rice paddies by flooding, creating soil salinity. Rice crops are sensitive to salt, which can stunt their growth or kill the plants altogether. So, hope you got some insight on the negative impacts of typhoons. Now, let's shift to the typhoons concerning the Philippines GDP. To start us off, let's talk about agricultural output. Rice production significantly contributes to the Philippines GDP. Reduced rice crops created by typhoons would lower agricultural output, directly affecting GDP growth. Moving on to trade balance. The Philippines is a major exporter of rice in Southeast Asia. Reduced rice production impacted by typhoons can diminish exports, directly decreasing the Philippines' GDP. Finally, let's discuss employment. Rice crops are a significant source of income and employment in the Philippines, especially in the rural areas. Rice crop damage created by typhoons can reduce livelihoods for farmers, generating a loss of income and affecting the overall economic trade and the GDP. Thank you for listening to episode 2 out of 3 of Beyond the Numbers, Philippines GDP. See you next time for episode 3, in which we will talk about solutions to this problem and sum up everything that has happened so far.